What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Walgreens exclusive, Ant-Man. Technically, this is Black Ant. This is Eric O'Grady. He is the fourth Ant-Man. So, there was a third Ant-Man. I believe he died. He actually got shot in the head. So Eric O'Grady actually grabbed the Ant-Man suit, threw it on, and kind of was Ant-Man for a hot minute until he actually died, and then he came back, and then he was born into this costume, which he was, I believe, part cyborg, or he was not part cyborg. He was a cyborg. He came back as a cyborg and donned the Black Ant. Actually, pretty decent. I know a lot of people don't like him because his personality is kind of a creep. And he's not the I guess the most selfless person in the Marvel universe, but I digress. Talking about this figure, it's a really nice picture of the figure in the back of Eric O'Grady. It actually says right here up top, I'll actually read it. I know I never read these things, but with this amazing technology, Eric O'Grady shrinks to become the half-inch superhero Ant-Man. Technically, he's Black Ant, but still looks really good. And like I said, I went to my local Walgreens on, Friday, and picked them up, and they had them in stock. They had a full case of them, and they just got them in, and that was Friday, so that was 3 days ago. I'm shooting this on Sunday. So definitely awesome. Let's get him set aside. I actually did pick up two, so I'll set that aside. And yeah, looks really good out of packaging. I gotta say, there's actually some nice sculpting on him as far as the head. He is really looking cool. It's just so amazing that they revealed this figure last week, and this week we have him already. It's crazy, you know. They revealed him at SDCC, and now he's available already. It's been a crazy Marvel Legends month. It really has for us Marvel Legend collectors, with the Book of Ashanti coming out, and then we got the Ant-Man box set, and then now we got the Guardians of the Galaxy box set, which I should have this week. And then we have, the Hulkbuster wave, we got the Ant-Man wave, we got, the Rhino wave. Holy cow, it's like my bank account is mad at me right now, especially having to pay for a wedding. It's not fun, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, talking about this figure, because I'll shut up about my personal things. He looks really good. He's actually based on the Superior Spider-Man body, and I think it works really well, and I'm glad that they went with this body, because Ant-Man isn't really supposed to be the most bulky character around. He's kind of, slim and fit. And I think it really makes sense, because you can get him in a really good poses with this body. He's got a really good range of motion, especially in the legs, kicking forward and doing it. But I'll get into that in a little bit. I want to talk about his head sculpt, and I really am liking this head sculpt a lot. A lot of people are kind of like, oh, this figure's okay. There's not a lot going on. He's pretty basic, but if it's done well, then it's done well. I don't care if it's a basic figure, but if it's done well, and I don't really see any paint issues with mine. I don't see any bleeding through. I don't see any issues on the legs or anything like that. I think he's done really well. The belt is a separate piece. It's kind of just they popped it on when they were assembling the figure, so it is a separate piece, and it does move up and down, but it is sculpted nice, and kind of got the belt right here. That is sculpted, this piece right here, where you can activate the PIM particles. But looks really cool. I do like the head sculpt, and it almost gives the illusion like there's a shell over his eye, kind of like the part of the helmet to cover his eye, but it's actually not. It's kind of illuminating his eyes. It looks really good. It just adds a little bit more to that character's look, and I thought they really nailed the antennae coming out of the head, and I think they really did a good job as far as having this figure stand out, because we haven't gotten an Ant-Man figure since the Scott Lang Toy Biz days, and that is technically Scott Lang. It's not Hank Pym. So I guess we've never really gotten a Hank Pym Ant-Man figure yet. So maybe down the road we will. But looks really good. I'm super happy with this figure. As far as his articulation goes, his head does move side to side, and it can look up nicely. Good range of motion there. It does look down nice. He does have the little bit of a head tilt right there. And we got some job turkeys up in here. But there's that. His arms can do a full 360 rotation. He does have the butterfly joint in the arm. He does have the double jointed, what's wrong with me? He does have a bicep swivel. His arms go up about that far. They do go down. Double jointed elbow. He does have a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge. Right there. Sorry, I'm not showing anything. I'm just kind of moving it. He does have an ab crunch, which goes back a little bit. And it goes forward. The paint, to note, the paint does stop here for the design for the Ant-Man suit. So if you go too far back, it'll cut off and might look a little bit shoddy. But they could have done better with that, maybe. It does the same thing in the back. If you go too far forward, it'll kind of reveal that the paint stops. But so there's that to note. It does have a waist swivel. It does have the T-jointed hips, which I wish these hips could go out a little bit more. It's because they're so thick, they're actually rubbing up against this crotch piece right here. So hopefully down the road they can fix that and maybe spread the T-joints out a little bit more like they did with the movie Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie figure. But I digress. The legs go forward, really high up, nicely done. They do go back, they go kind of out, and it does have a upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. He does have the ankle hinge, which goes forward and back nicely. He does have the ankle pivot, and he does have 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and all that cool stuff. So I think that this Ant-Man figure looks really awesome. I think he's got the best articulation out of pretty much any Ant-Man figure because he's on this Spider-Man body, and yeah, I'm really happy with this figure. Even though he's simplistic in design, it works. I think it really does work, and I'm really happy with it. Let me just see if I can just get him in some sort of lame pose here. But there you go. Would I recommend this figure? Yes, I would recommend this figure. Like I said, don't pay high prices online. I've seen some people on the Marvel Legends community and other pages selling this thing for $35 loose, or $45 on box. Guys, wait. It's $19.99, okay? Just wait. It'll get to your Walgreens and you won't have to worry. Just be patient, guys. Let's be patient. Let's be patient collectors and think smart. But I think it's a really good. It's definitely worth the $20. Maybe I would have liked 1 or 2 accessories in here, but I guess it's not the end of the world. It would have been cool to get some sort of accessory with him, but it's an exclusive, so I guess whatever. But it's $19.99, and it'll be at your local Walgreens. It should be hitting stores. Should be, if not, you hit your store already. It should be definitely hitting stores officially the 20th. So stay tuned for that and keep your eyes peeled, and happy hunting. So that's pretty much it for Ant-Man here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.